What's going on, everyone? It's time to talk about another Universal Classic Monsters film. And one of the most iconic ones, and that is The Invisible Man. It was released by Universal November 13th, 1933. And it was written by R.C. Sheriff, produced by Carl Lammle Jr., and directed by James Whale, the director of Frankenstein, the Bride of Frankenstein. He also did The Old Dark House, Showboat, and a whole pile more. Um, yeah. The Invisible Man is one of the most iconic um, of the classic Universal monster films. And it's a doozy, to say the least. So, um, there's a doctor, and he's trying to researching new drugs and stuff. He develops this potion that basically makes him go invisible. And he reveals it to his fiance and I think it's like this coworker or something. And so he reveals this amazing transformation. But then he realizes he doesn't really have a cure to get him there, and there's one bad side effect, and that makes him go insane. And so he goes on a really crazy rampage, rounding amok in the town that he lives in, and it's up to the authorities and people to try to find him and stop him. This is definitely one of the most iconic films, and it was one of the most groundbreaking films in the early 30s for special effects. Making someone go invisible and have like a floating jacket and stuff like that was never really seen before at this time. And there's this film that basically developed its own sense of material. So yeah, once Universal figured this out, they used this quite a bit. They made like about 8 of these films, and it's pretty interesting, and we're gonna be diving into every single one. We're just starting with this one today. It stars Claude Rains, and it's the way it was shot was pretty well done. There's a lot of good sense of humor in this too, mixed in with the fun, more thrilling aspects of the story. So, but the special effects in this is outstanding for the time. It's like one of those groundbreaking special effects films like King Kong and stuff like that. And it would inspire tons and tons and tons of other films down the road. And with the different techniques, they did wire work, they take basically film and put it over top of the film, and that creates a new sort of deterioration and they develop a lot of these techniques that are used in filmmaking now, and this was all new and groundbreaking when it was released. This film even had it also had a moderate budget of $329,000 at the time, which is substantial back then. And it was definitely a big hit because they wouldn't have made 8 sequels or so. So the acting in this is really well done. You can tell everyone liked their parts and really put good effort into it. It's a really good, well put together film. It's not too long. It's only like an hour and 10 minutes, hour and 13, something like that. But it's definitely one of the more fun films you can watch, and especially nowadays you can watch it with your family and stuff. It's one of those gateway films where a lot of people show it to their kids. I'm pretty sure I watched this when I was like 6 or something. And it sticks with you and stuff. You like always seeing like the goggles and the bandages, and when they take them off and stuff, no eyes and things. All those things just stick with you, and that's why it's so iconic. And it's just one of those films where if you haven't seen it, you kind of have to. It's not scary in any means. It's more of a sci-fi type story, and just the way they did things and stuff was definitely a fun, cool, unique way for films back in the day, and it's cool to look back on stuff like that. It is in black and white, so I know half the people probably won't check it out, but if If you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. I'm gonna give The Invisible Man a 5 out of 5. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just a whole lot of fun. So check it out if you haven't seen it. So yeah, there's a trail link down below if you want to check that out. It sounds like something you're interested in. If you want to relive it, also link down below is my Instagram where I always post clips of films I'm going to review in the future. All my stories, you have to hide the film title and the subgenre of film and a hashtag and the video clip so you're aware of it. Also linked down below is my Letterbox and Derek P reviews. That's where I post my first star rating right after watching the films. So follow me on one of those two platforms to stay in the loop. Like this video, share so more people are aware of it. Comment your opinions of the film down below if you have any. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And let me know what your favorite Universal Classic monster film is, if you have one. Also, if you have any films that you want me to check out in the future, make sure you comment them down below. Watch anything. So, yeah. And hopefully I'll check them out as soon as possible if I can find them. So, yeah. But yeah, that's it for this one. Invisible Man is definitely one of the most classic. So also don't forget to subscribe because we find something weird, obscure, and odd to check for you to check out together, or so you get my opinion on either popular films or classic films like this one. So make sure you subscribe and don't forget to ring that bell because while we're going into the sequel, obviously for the next one, we're gonna be talking about The Invisible Man Returns. So, yeah, make sure you ring that bell and tune in for the next review. But, yeah, Invisible Man, one of the best Universal Classic monster films out there. Definitely a lot of fun. And you can even watch it with your family. So, check it out if you haven't seen it, or just rewatch it because it's great. So, till the next one, watch out for all those invisible people out there. And I guess I'll see you all in the next one. So till then, cheers.